Good morning. This is Chief with another great episode of Coffee with Chief. I have coffee and I have another special guest from the motherland, from the Philippines. And um, I, I met him when I was in the Philippines a couple years ago, and him and his crew was so nice to me. And I love talking to these guys. So I want to welcome to you, everyone, Tuhon Bob from PTK Pilipinas and Katipunan. Good morning, Tuhon.
Good morning, Chief. Hey, good morning,
Oh,
everyone.
I see you have a cup of coffee. I love it.
There you go. Coffee with the Chief.
Yeah. So I just want to let everybody know that Katipunan, there's a lot of founding, pillars for Katipunan, and I believe that Tuhon Bob is one of the founding members of Katipunan, along with Tuhon Mick, Tuhon J, and a couple other folks that hopefully I will talk to in the future. But Tuhon Bob, I remember him especially because he was one of the guys that was doing the demos with Tuhon Mick, and he was a really highly skilled practitioner and just an all around nice guy. So, no, I want to say thank you to Bob for taking the time and having some coffee with me and talking about all things Philippines, Pekiti Tirsia, and whatever it is we want to talk about. We talk about knives, guns, whatever you want to talk about. So, but let's get an introduction from you. If you could just give us who you are, what you do, and a little bit about something yourself. So
Thank you very much for that, Chief, and thank you for having me at the show. I really appreciate it. Good day, everyone. My name is Bob Rodriguez. I'm one of the founding members of Pekiti Tirsia Kali, Katipunan. And I'm from the Philippines, as Chief said. Um, my journey in the Filipino martial arts started way, way back. I was fortunate to study Arnis Kali and Eskrima, hence the shirt.
I love that shirt, bro. That's a
Thank
nice
you.
shirt, man.
Anyway, when I was a young boy, I started learning Lapunti Arnis from Master Chris Ampit, and I stick
Wow.
with him for the last 7 years. I was training with him like a backyard training. I was considered one of his, so to say, sons. You know,
I see. Yeah, of
sometimes these
course.
old masters sometimes get to adapt you. So when I was a kid, I'd get to train with him. And then some years fast forward, I was fortunate to study Oído Escrima under Master Frank Sobrino.
Uh
Now
huh.
he's the Grandmaster of the system, as the then Grandmaster Jesse Palurina. He already passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So I was fortunate to train with the both of them for the last 5 years.
I see.
And fast forward, I've been friends with Tuhon Mick for a very long time, and I didn't know he was teaching Pekiti Tirsia, you
Uh
know.
huh. Uh
And when I found out, I begged him to teach me Pekiti Tirsia. And
huh.
fun fact, it took me a year to convince him to take me in as
Oh
a
wow,
student.
really? It took that
Yeah,
long,
back in
huh?
'04. Back
Wow.
in '04, it took me a year. Like, I've been having coffee with him because
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Johan Mick is also a coffee lover,
Oh
and
yeah,
we
he
talk
is.
about we talk a lot of things about blades and stuff and
Uh-huh.
whatnot. And we were friends, And then one day he just said, "Hey Bob, you still interested to learn Kali?" And I said, "Of course." And he said, "All right, meet me at the back of the University of the Philippines statue at exactly 1300 hours. Don't be late." And I was there 1230 hours. I was already there with my motorcycle.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
had my lunch there because I never want to miss the opportunity. And since then, we went a long way. Now it's 16 years that I'm with Tuhon Mick. You know,
Wow. 16
yeah,
years, bro. I mean, that's one heck of a journey. And that's just Pekiti Tertia. I mean, of
yeah,
course, like you mentioned, you did the other arts and so forth, and with some very uh, uh, famous and well known grandmasters that you trained with. So
Mhm.
that's awesome, man. Jeez.
Thank you, Chief.
Wow. I
You
mean
know,
that not a lot of people, get to do that, and there's so many different, grandmasters and experts in the Philippines that we don't even know about yet,
Mhm.
so and that's kind of why I'm doing this show, just reach out to a lot of people and let the world know that, hey, these are some great people, in the Philippines and everywhere else that have all this knowledge that needs to be shared and needs to be, known. So again, thank you, Tuhon Bob, for letting us, enjoy your time this morning, and I truly appreciate it. Like I said, you were, one of the kindest guys back in the Philippines when I went there, and good people stick in my mind, so I remember to reach out again and talk to those people. So how was it, in the past 16 years, with Tuhon Mick, just traveling? Because I know you guys travel a lot. You guys go all over the place, Malaysia, Russia, you know. So how has that been? I mean, working with Tuhon Mick, Tuhon J, and all the other guys, but
Mhm.
how has it been in your journey as a warrior, going through the different countries and training different people?
It was awesome, Chief. Like before, when I came to Tuhon Miki, and I begged him to teach me the art of
Uh-huh.
Kali, I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to further my skills in the warrior arts of the Philippines. You
Uh-huh.
know, and I was doing. I'd still do research every now and then, but
Mm.
back then when I was doing research, I found out that something in common that I see with great masters, Edgar Solite,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
Danny Nusando,
Uh-huh.
and then and a couple of the others. I couldn't just mention names, but
Uh-huh.
Dog Mercaida, Tim
Uh-huh.
Wade, etc., etc.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do they have in common? Pekiti Tirsia, and some even formed up their own schools with the help of Pekiti Tirsia to
Mhm.
enhance their skills. And I said to myself, hey, I want to learn that. I want to learn that.
Uh-huh.
So that started my journey. Started begging TM. Fast forward, I became an instructor.
Uh-huh.
Um, I didn't wish to. Well, at first, it wasn't my interest to teach the armed forces, the military, law enforcement. Not in my mind. Just wanted to learn how to use the knives properly. That's it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then here comes Tuhon Mick, and he said, "Hey, you know what? We're short one guy with a training team because not everyone in Pekiti Tirsia in the Philippines gets to teach the military and the law enforcement. There has to be like a selection process
I
run by
see.
Tuhon Mick,
Right.
and back then Tuhon Jasper, and then Tuhon J, of course. These
Uh-huh.
are the big three. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry. Back then, Tuhon Romel is also included because
Uh-huh.
he's among the
Yep.
story sheet.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, I'm keeping my mouth shut. Not to say anything excessive, but anyway, all respect to 200 Mel. Don't get me wrong. He
Uh-huh.
also once I also trained with him.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so
You
back
know,
then when sorry, go ahead.
no, I mean, I'm just saying that you mentioned military and law enforcement. I mean, that's a major accomplishment. And,
Thank you.
talk a little bit about, which organization you guys
Mhm.
teach in. I mean, I know a few, but, I don't want
Mhm.
to, start blurting out the different organizations. I mean,
Yeah.
all the military and all the law enforcement areas in the
Mhm.
Philippines, you
Mhm.
guys are training them. So can I talk about, who they are and what organization you train in, and let us know, how is that?
Sure. I was fortunate when I joined the team. I was fortunate to be able to do a class with Mickey,
Hmm.
assisting him with the Special Action Force of the Philippine National Police.
Wow.
Um,
That's
so
that's like the SWAT team, right?
yeah, um, almost like a SWAT, but they're also oriented with the jungle warfare.
Oh wow.
Somehow oriented with
Uh-huh.
the jungle warfare.
Uh-huh.
Not their forte, but they're also very familiar with the topography of jungle warfare.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So we got that. Had classes. I had class with them, Special Action Force. Also had class with the Philippine Army.
Uh-huh.
Then that was back in '08. We
Mm.
introduced the program to them along with Tuhon Mel, the late great Tuhon Jasper, Tuhon Mick,
Uh-huh.
and Tuhon J,
Uh-huh.
Tuhon Jake as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
2 on Jake. I
uh,
forgot about him.
yeah, I was the youngest, so
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
uh, I joined them
Are
along.
you still the youngest?
Yeah, so far. Yeah, I still am. I don't know. Nowadays, there's Tuhon Herbert. I think
Yep.
I'm older than Tuhon Herbert now.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay, okay.
so
That's what I was
anyway,
wondering, you know.
yeah. Nowadays, not anymore.
Right,
Anyway,
right. So you have
so
the
we
special action force, you have the
Special
army.
Action Force, the
Uh-huh.
Philippine Army. Then the Scout Rangers said we need this more because we're more in the jungle, entrenched in the jungle. So we
Uh-huh.
need the edge weapons more. So some agreements came about, and now Pekiti Tirsia is being run officially by the Philippine Army Scout Rangers. It has been
Wow.
institutionalized in the
Uh-huh.
Philippine Army Scout Rangers,
The
and
Scout Rangers are some really like amazing people, man.
uh,
They're I met a few when I was there in the Philippines, and
oh
these
yeah,
guys are really, really good, man. I mean, super good.
and
It's
they're the
amazing.
nicest. You know, they're the
Oh yeah,
nicest,
and
most
they're the
humble.
nicest. You know, me and
Yeah,
Tuan Jay was saying that some of the same guys that were cooking were like the
yeah.
Rangers and stuff, and I'm like,
Those are the instructors in the school.
yeah.
You know.
And so, we were talking about that. I'm like, I know Tuhon J. I remember seeing them. They were practicing and training with us. But when I
Hmm.
saw them early in the morning cooking and stuff like that, I'm like, that's amazing. And the
Yeah.
food was great. So
Yes.
those guys, man, those guys are some badass people. Let me just say that. Those guys are really good. So
That's true. That's true,
yeah.
Chief.
So you
Anyway,
have the
so
Army Special Action Force.
the
You
Scout
have the Scout
Rangers.
Rangers. Who
Hmm.
else?
Then we also did a class with the National Bureau of Investigation, the undercover
FBI.
guys,
Yep.
the,
Yep.
the NBI
Uh
guys.
huh.
Tuhon Mick and I introduced a program to them. It's still in the works at the moment
Uh
because
huh.
the pandemic hits, so the program is not yet fully approved.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Also, we did an introduction with the Naval Special Operations Group, the Navy SEALs of the Philippines,
Yep. Yep. I saw
NABSOG
that.
guys.
That's amazing. That's
Mhm.
amazing. I would love
And
to go train with them someday.
yeah, yeah, I think that's possible too someday.
Yeah.
Someday.
I
But
would.
man, at the moment, because of the pandemic,
Yeah.
the camp has been locked down,
Yeah. Yeah.
and also the Philippine National Police Police Protection Group, the PSPG, the ones who did,
PSPG. Yep.
yep, the ones who do bodyguard, but become a bodyguard for the politicians,
Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh.
and some witnesses.
Uh
That's
huh.
where 200 is from. That's its
Yep. Yep.
muscle
Yep. Yep.
unit.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So we also do classes there regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the program is almost institutionalized again because of the pandemic. Decision making is not yet possible for them. The
Right.
approval is
Right.
not yet
Right.
possible for them. So those are the local Filipino units that I was fortunate to have a class with.
Right. That's awesome. I hear there was talks about the Marines as well. You guys were doing.
Yeah, the Marines, they've been doing Pekiti Tirsia Kali way back in '94, but
Uh huh.
I didn't have the opportunity to do a class with the Force Recon Marines because
Yep.
there are already a group of people who's running the class there. Because
Mm-hmm.
what we normally do in the Philippines is we go to a unit, we teach the organic guys, and then once they're already qualified to be an instructor, we move out. We just check on them from time to
I
time.
see. I see. I see. I see. Yeah, but that's creating instructors within the group, so you guys don't have to go and teach every session, right? So,
That's
no,
right.
that's real good. Now let's
Mhm.
talk internationally. I mean, I know you guys travel, and I saw you personally traveled elsewhere. Tell us about that. Where else have you trained
Yeah.
people?
Okay. I was fortunate to assist Tuhon Mickey in Malaysia. That's my first trip outside the Philippines.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Introduced the program to Malaysia, and nowadays there's some members. There's a lot of members in Malaysia
Uh
nowadays
huh.
under Tuhon Tan Kong,
Uh huh.
and also aside from that, I was fortunate to introduced a program as well with Tuhon Miki in Papua New Guinea. Although it's just a few days, you
Uh-huh.
know, it's still in the works. I think I'm not really sure what had happened
Let me
because
know.
what
I want to
happened.
go there. I want to go there. I want to
you,
go to
you,
Papua New Guinea, man. I want to go
yeah,
there.
it's an interesting place, Chief. It's an
Yeah,
interesting place.
I'll go there and take pictures. Just let me know, man. I would love to see that. That would be awesome. I
Yeah.
have I have one of my guys that actually spent time with the tribe warriors in Papua New
Hmm.
Guinea. So
Hmm.
he spent a lot of time with them, did all their traditional stuff, hunted with them, ate with them, and
Hmm.
harvested stuff with them. So when I tell him, he's probably going to be really excited. He's like, "What? Pekiti Tirsia in Papua New Guinea?" So when he
Hopefully soon,
watches
Chief.
this, yeah, when he watches this, one of my guys, Justin Schaffner, Papua New Guinea, let's go, man. Let's go take some videos, some pictures.
Hey, what's up, Justin? Anyway.
Yeah. No, he's an amazing guy too.
Mhm.
Justin is very smart, is one of my leaders in Michigan area. So
Hmm.
but yeah, no, that so you went to Malaysia, Papua New
Papua New
Guinea,
Guinea.
what
Um,
else?
then we went to Russia. You know,
That's
we
what I
went
want to
to.
hear about, man. Russia. Tell me about
So
Russia.
when I went to Russia, I was under the impression that we'll be teaching civilians. So all
Yeah,
right, cool.
yeah.
I'm coming to Russia,
Uh-huh.
but due to some problem, I got delayed one day. I was behind one day with Tuhon Mick,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and Tuhon Mick went ahead. So I went the next day, and I
Mm-hmm.
was surprised when the organizers got me from the airport, and he said, "Oh, Mickey is already in Chechnya." What?
What?
Chechnya? Yeah, I said, "Okay, I thought I'm going to Moscow." Yes, you're in Moscow, but you're going to Chechnya tomorrow.
Wow.
Okay, you stay in hotel. We pick you up 6 in the morning. Mickey call you later. Okay, so Tuhan Mickey rang me up. He said, "Hey Bob, get your gear ready. You're going to Chechnya tomorrow." I
Uh-huh.
said,
Uh-huh.
"What are we doing in Chechnya?" We're teaching the OMO. OMO is like a special unit
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
Chechnya.
Yeah.
Like I said, all right, here we go. Because whenever we do classes, what I do is I slip into this mindset. You know, if I'm gonna be teaching the military and law enforcement, I condition my mind into it.
Sure.
If I'm teaching the civilians, I shift because you can't be too strict with civilians. You can't
Oh
be too.
yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it has to be something fun.
Yep.
It has to be something recreational,
Uh,
something very interesting for them,
uh-huh.
not too tough, but
Yep.
it has to be something that has to be interesting.
Yep.
But
Yep. No, I get that. Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
I was under the impression that we're teaching civilians. So like, all
Uh-huh.
right, I have a couple of hours to shift my mindset. So
Uh-huh.
shifted my mindset. I did,
Uh-huh.
and flew to Chechnya, and Tuhomiki briefed me on the hotel, and these are the guys that we're teaching.
Uh-huh.
These are the Omo, etc., etc. All right. When I see the biggest guy, like, damn, that's my leg, that's his arm. Like, oh, okay. And Tuhamik said, be careful. These guys would want to teach you, would want to test you because you know
Yep.
they don't know us. That's
Or-
quite normal. It's
Yeah.
quite normal.
Yeah.
You know. So Tuhon Mick and I had a very interesting time with them,
Uh-huh.
especially
Uh-huh.
Tuhon Mick because they underestimated my teacher and they got a wham.
Uh-huh. Sure. I mean, that's how it
Yeah,
should be, right?
yeah. And then after that, Tuhon Mick flew back to the Philippines.
Uh-huh.
The program is 5 days. He stuck with me for 2 days, and he said, "I have to go back to the Philippines. I need to take care of the other units.
Uh-huh.
You take care of this unit. You finish this class."
Uh-huh.
So I said, all right, cool, no problem. So I took there, I finished the class with the Chechens,
Uh-huh.
finished it for 3 more days.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we moved to another city in Russia.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, we moved to Stavropol
Uh-huh.
and started introducing the program to the Rus Guardias or the National Guards.
The National Guard, yeah. Yep. Yep.
Started teaching these guys, also big guys,
Oh
like oh
yeah.
damn.
Oh yeah. Those guys are big, man. Those guys. Oof.
And then also went to I also went to, oh shoot, I forgot the name of that city, yeah, Russian name.
Uh-huh.
But Voronezh, yeah, Voronezh. I went to
Okay.
Voronezh
Uh-huh.
and also introduced the program to the police officers there, and
Wow.
they have their own version of their OMOS.
Mm-hmm.
So went on again, and then back to Moscow. I went to their Bureau of Correction.
Uh-huh.
So the maximum prison guard guys,
Uh-huh.
and introduced the program to them. Now this is where it gets interesting because one of the guys is also a martial arts practitioner, and he's the instructor for
Uh,
that unit. And of
uh-huh.
course, here I am, the small Filipino guy.
Sure.
Oh, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think that
yeah.
was on his mind. So I was teaching them how to use the knife. You know how we do the angle one,
Yep,
two,
yep.
and the three.
Uh-huh.
I'm working with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one standing on the stationary position while one is doing the thrusts.
The thrusts, yeah.
So when I approached him, I was surprised because he suddenly whipped a knife on my face, a rubber knife on my
Uh-huh.
face,
Uh-huh.
as if it's a challenge. Like, oh shit, I
Oh,
almost get cut, man.
shit.
Like, all right, so
Uh-huh.
this big boy wants to play.
Uh-huh.
I said,
Uh-huh.
all right, all right. So I was gauging the situation, but of course I'm still on my guard because I don't want to
Uh-huh.
be. I don't. It's a rubber knife. Yeah, sure,
Sure.
but I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
get humiliated. I didn't travel so many miles from my home to Russia just to get humiliated.
Yep, yep,
And
yep,
so,
yep.
all right, I have to get ready. And then the class starts. And
Uh-huh.
then like a schoolyard boys fight, everybody went in the circle.
Wow. Wow.
And the general went out of his terrace
Uh-huh.
office and took a peek like this. Like,
Uh-huh.
all right, so this is it. And he was smiling and we were circling. And all
Uh,
right, I put my shades down just to protect my eye.
sure,
This is also
sure.
protecting his eye.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just have to play. And he kept uttering Filipinski, eh? Filipinski,
Uh-huh.
Filipino.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, then. So I throw in the jab, and I found out that the jab is very, very effective,
Yeah,
especially
of
if they're
course.
not too familiar
Yeah.
with it.
Yep.
Caught
Yep.
him one on the cheek and one on the neck and one on
Uh-huh.
the arm.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, the guy also slashed me here
Uh-huh.
and here when I covered, you
Uh-huh.
know.
Uh-huh.
But when we got into the clinch range, I started digging into his neck with the rubber
Uh-huh.
knife.
Uh-huh.
That's
Uh-huh.
when they stopped the fight.
I see.
Like, all right, that's cool.
Yep,
But
yep.
after the class, he shook hands with me and he said, "Thank you. I hope you weren't offended. I just
Uh-huh.
wanted to make sure we're learning something real."
Yeah.
I said, "Thank you. Hey, no problem, no
Yep.
problem."
Yep. Well, that's how it should
So
be. That's how it should be.
yeah, yeah. Then after that, after a couple of I think couple of days,
Uh-huh.
yeah, we went to uh, we went to Moldova. We went to
Okay.
Moldova. So my sponsor had some connections in Moldova, and he said, "Hey, why don't we go to Moldova and let's introduce the program to their presidential security group?" And like, all right. I was under the impression first that it's a security group, like armed guards.
Yep.
But when
Yep.
I was there, when I was entering the premises, and said, "Whoa, this looks like a national a national camp or something." And I
Yeah.
asked him, "Hey, are we working with the government?" "Yes, these guys are the bodyguards for the president." Okay.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good. Now this is all set up by I think Agalon Alex, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Agalon Alex is the man.
Yeah, I met
He took
him
care of.
again when I was there in the Philippines a couple years ago. I met him and his wife. Really
Mhm.
nice guy, and
Doctora Galina, yes.
yeah, yeah. So, well, that's
Yeah.
cool, man. I mean, he was there, asking a lot of questions,
Hmm.
seeing who he can bring to Russia and do all
Yeah.
the training. So I'm glad it worked out. I think that's a great program that you guys I know will build. So that's awesome. They look like they took you everywhere and tested you out
Oh yeah.
everywhere.
The last year, my last travel to Russia,
Uh-huh.
I went back to all the units in Voronezh and in Moscow, and
Uh-huh.
then we went to Kyrgyzstan.
I see.
You know, the Shumkara. We I taught the Shumkara, introduced the program to the Shumkara guys,
Yep. Yep.
and they also like the program, but I'm
Uh-huh.
not really sure where what will happen next because everything is being handled by Agul and Alex.
I see.
My job is just
Nice.
to teach a class. If
Uh-huh.
they like it, I come back to the place. You know,
Uh-huh.
I do another class. If they're putting it into consideration, then yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait.
Right.
So there you go, Chief.
Oh man, that is
Like,
awesome, dude. You know what? What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna show the people, you and Tuhan Mick doing a demo, and then just talk us through where it is, what you guys are doing, and
sure.
just whatever other information you can provide. All right. I think this
All right,
clip is
Chief.
about 4 minutes, and what I'm gonna do here is let me make it. If I can do this right here. Uh, Let me know when you can see it, okay?
Mhm.
Can you see that?
There you go. I can see it now.
Okay, man. I'm gonna make it bigger.
Mhm.
There you go. You see
There you
it?
go. Yep.
Wait, look at this. You and two on Mick. I mean, look, two on Mick is just my God.
Yeah,
Two
it's
on Mick
mutilating
is,
me.
jeez. Two on Mick is just, he's a beast, man. And you
Yeah.
you trust him. I mean, he does a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, those are still trainers, but they
Yep.
can still hurt. You know.
Those some are metal trainers,
Uh huh.
and this happened. Well, this year. It happened this year. That's for China Daily. We got featured on like a documentary program on what Filipino martial arts is.
Yep. Yep.
We're
Yep.
using metal trainers,
Uh huh.
and I got whacked a couple of times in the hand,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
and one on the lip, and one on the neck, and
Oh,
on the back.
jeez.
So
I mean, that happens. I mean, but
yeah, it
two on
does
Mick
happen.
is he's he's not showing all his speed, but he's going pretty quick for a demo. So
Right,
you
right,
know.
and it's intense. Whenever we
Yep.
do demos, it's
Yep.
intense.
Yep.
And funny thing is, the production crew says, "You guys can warm up, practice your choreography and whatnot." And Tuhon makes it says, "No, we don't practice any choreography because that's how it is, Chief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever
That's it. That's it.
whenever we do demo, he would just tell me, "Hey, Bob, we're gonna do demo.
Uh
All
huh.
right, we're gonna do stick demo. All right." Or he's just gonna say, "We're gonna do live blade demo.
Uh
All
huh.
right." So it's always all right, yes, sir.
Yeah, yep. You
Then
know
we
what?
go at
It's
it.
Yep. Speaking of live blade demo, when I was
Uh-huh.
in the Philippines, you and Tuan Mick did live blade demo, and I was so impressed, man.
Oh, thank you.
I was like amazing. It was the best live blade demo I've ever seen, man. I mean,
Thanks, Chief. The
you
heavy lifting is
guys.
with Tuhon Mick.
Oh
I
man,
just
but
attacked him.
I know, but you didn't flinch one bit. I mean, you trusted him completely and
Yeah.
you knew exactly what to do and you anticipated, what he was going to transition to, and so
Hmm.
that tells me, I mean, there's a lot of time spent together.
Yep.
So, but this is a
Quite
good
some
clip.
time. Mhm.
I
Oh,
saw
thank
it
you.
and I'm watching, and you're attacking, and Tuan Mick, he's just doing his thing, but
Yeah.
you obviously know what you're doing, so you are not out of position to get hurt or whatever. So
Hmm.
but I like
Just
this
Tuhon
demo.
Mickey's instruction. Uh-huh. Thank you. The Tuhon Mickey's instruction is just to, just attack me.
Yeah.
First you attack me one, then you attack me simultaneously, then you feed me from all angles. One, two, three, four, five.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna counter you. That's it. That's his
Yep.
instruction.
And then, yeah, and you look like you're in uneven terrain, so your
Yeah.
footing's got to
Oh
be,
man.
there's
Yes.
there's all kinds of
It's
loose stuff on
unstable.
the. Yep.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of rocks on the ground and
Uh-huh.
some broken branches
Uh-huh.
from some
Oh
twigs.
man, he got you in the groin on that one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Got me
Oh
on the
man.
family jewels, man.
Oh man. Oh, oh, that's nice. I like that move.
That
Yeah.
was awesome, you know. But that's that day was like one full day of
Uh-huh.
doing nothing but that. You know, they have to
Yep.
take camera shots from different angles,
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
and
and this is but one angle. So
oh yeah,
I know there
yeah,
was
that's just
multiple
one angle.
angles, and so forth. So no, that's awesome, man. I
Thank you, thank
I
you.
said that's you guys doing your demos and oh man. So I love watching you guys work. You guys are
Thank
amazing,
you. Appreciate that.
guys. When you go to the Philippines, I'm telling you, look up Tuhon Mick, Tuhon Bob, Tuhon Jay. They are fabulous. Not only they're highly skilled, they're just really nice guys, that will take care of you when you're there. And you will be with the safest people in the world, right? So nothing could ever happen to you. So check it out. Go to PTK Pilipinas, Katipunan, check them out. And let's look at some more work. All right. So let's do this, bro.
Hmm.
I'm gonna share one more. All right.
Hmm.
There's a lot, man. I have a lot of footage that I found about you guys. So let's do this one.
Hmm.
And can you see it?
Oh yeah, that's a convention.
Yeah. So let's
Yeah,
play it.
yeah.
I can hear the music in my ear, and I know you can't, but
Hmm.
that's you and Mick, yeah, and then
Yep.
there's Mick and Adita.
Yeah.
Yep. That's Tan Kong, right? And Tuan J.
Tuan Kong and Tuhon J. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is the 19th, the 2019. Yeah, there you
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Showing some double knife work with
Uh-huh.
Tuhon Belton, working with Tuhon Belton there and Tuhon Mick.
There you are,
And
Tuan Mick.
you notice that I changed shirt there because I know it's white and I know I'm gonna end up on the ground.
Oh, so
So
you put a darker shirt on.
yeah, I
You-
told Tuhon Mickey, hey Tuhon Mick, I know that you're gonna throw me around the place.
uh-huh.
Would you mind if I wear a rash guard? And he said, yeah, go for it.
You're smart, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, this looked like a really good convention, and I tell everyone when you see postings for a convention, you gotta go. You get to train with all these guys.
Uh-huh.
You know, you get to you know uh,
It's a
touch and
great,
feel with all these guys that are just highly trained. When I went
yeah,
there was Tuan Mick, Tuan J. I even got to spar with Tuan J.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you were there, and Tuan Philip was there. All these great guys that was there. Belton was there.
yeah,
And
yeah,
man, it was just awesome. So I always tell everyone, go to the conventions. Go to the Philippines, the motherland of all things Kali. Go train with all these experts, these Tuhans, these Mandalas, the Agalons. Those guys are phenomenal. So hopefully next year, 2021, let's all go.
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's go and go
Come to
train. So
Philippines, you know.
yeah, and these guys will take care of you. And man, yeah, I can't speak highly enough of all you guys in the Philippines. I mean, and usually the training facilities that you guys have are always pretty good, and the food is always phenomenal. And oh
You should
man,
always food is always the number one consideration, man. Like
oh yeah, oh
it
that's
has to
the
be something fun.
yep, and that's the best way to really get in touch with and with people, to
Yeah,
connect with people, it's through
that's
food
true.
and of course
Yeah,
whiskey.
yeah. Those are the late nights.
Yeah. But yeah, man, no, again, I'm so lucky to be talking to you, Tuhon Bob. I
Oh,
appreciate how you have promulgated Pekiti Tirsia throughout the world. I mean, we just talk a little bit about the stuff that you do, but you do much more than that. You guys help the community, and you guys train. Every time somebody reaches out to me here, either in America or somebody else in Europe or other places, they're like, Tuan Jesse, I'm going to the Philippines. Who should I train with? I told Tuan Mick this is an instant response for me. I don't even think about it. I said, Go to the Philippines, talk to Tuhon Mick, Tuhon J, Tuhon Bob, all those guys. Go seek them out, and they will take
Thank
care
you.
of you. You know,
Appreciate that.
I don't even hesitate in saying anything. I just say, go there and go see these people. So I tell you, the best time in my life was when I was in the Philippines, with you guys. That was great. And that was the first time I went back to the Philippines as a civilian in
Hmm.
like 45 years, so
Oh,
it's been a long time.
yeah, yeah.
So I left when I
Thank
was
you. Thank you for that.
oh yeah, man. I left when I was young. So, and GT was like, go back home, Jesse. You need to see,
Hmm.
the Philippines again so you can know where you're
Hmm.
going and know where you came from, and so it was the best time of my life. So I
Thank
got
you.
one more clip.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have all these uh clip here. All right. All right. Here we go.
Oh, uh, that's in Malaysia.
Oh, this is in Malaysia?
Yep, yep. That's back in Malaysia. I think 4 years ago. Yeah, I think
Okay.
around 4 years ago. This is
Without
my
the
first
beard, right?
travel. Yeah, without the beard. And I'm still sporting hair.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So you doing the
Working on
3 count?
the 3 count contra Tirsia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's my first travel outside the Philippines with Tuhon Mick. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Now the
Uh-huh.
6 count.
Revert Pyong. Yep.
Hmm. And the angle two. There you
Yep.
go. See those guys on the background. That guy
Uh,
on the right side, just
uh,
behind me.
uh-huh.
That's Agalon Pekok Leong.
Uh-huh.
He went to the Philippines and studied with me and Tuhon Mick, and he lived in the Philippines for 3 years. He's one of the first non-Filipino Katipunan brother.
Wow.
Yep,
Wow.
yep. Now he's back in his homeland in Malaysia,
Uh-huh.
and he's collaborating now with Tuhon Kong. But
I see.
Agalon Leong is quite busy. He's
Uh-huh.
very busy. He's an accountant, so he doesn't have much time to
Uh-huh.
spare when it comes to teaching. So, yeah, and I think he's still collaborating with Tuhon Kong
Uh-huh.
nowadays. Mhm. There you go.
That's
6 count
nice. You
drill.
did the 3 count and the 6 count.
6 count. Yeah.
Yep. Those are good drills, man. I mean, those are phenomenal drills.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of videos of you and Tuan Mick, and you know, I was looking everywhere to look for more videos, and so
Hmm.
forth. But there's so many of them. I had to narrow it down, or else I'd be playing videos here for 3 hours, of you and Mick and all those
Hmm.
guys. So, man, what a journey you've had, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
just 16 years just in Pekiti Tirsia, and then the other
Yep.
arts that you did, and
Hmm.
uh h- you know who has been the most influential? I mean, I kind of probably know the answer to
Hmm.
this, but
Uh-huh.
who is the most influential warrior that has helped you through your journey, and why?
I I got to say Tuhon Nick,
Yeah. Yeah.
because um, the last 16 years have been great, learning a lot, having a lot of experiences. And why Tuhon Nick is the most influential is because I've learned a lot of so many things aside from the physical things. I've
Uh-huh.
learned a lot of things from Tuhon Mickey. Get to experience a lot of great experience. He gave me a lot of opportunities.
Uh-huh.
There are other practitioners, other instructors that could have gotten the opportunity, but I was fortunate enough to land on those opportunities.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like even going to Russia, you know, I'm I was actually surprised. Like, hey, why me? And he said, because you can do it. You always believed in me.
Uh-huh.
Him and Tuon J, these are these are the number one supporters that's always supporting me.
Uh-huh.
These are my big brothers.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I see them as my big brothers, and in times of doubt, I always talk to these two. I'd always consult them. I'd always ask them, and I will be eternally grateful to these masters.
Uh-huh.
You know, so these and Tuhon Mick, he's the one who taught me those technical things,
Uh-huh.
and always uh, pick me up during demo. You see, sometimes they would say, "Oh, you got beaten up." Yeah, that's how it works. But whenever you're assisting someone, whenever you're feeding someone, you'd also get to learn a lot of things.
Oh
And for
yeah.
that, you know what I mean, Chief, right?
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I've been thrown around
Mhm.
by Grand Tuan
Yeah,
for so many years.
exactly.
I
But you get
completely
to learn a
understand
lot,
what you're saying. Yeah, for sure.
right?
When you get
So
thrown around, you feel it. You know it,
right.
and then the more you do it, you learn to understand the body language and the
Hmm.
anticipation factor. I mean, that's a great, valuable tool that most people don't get to feel. So
Exactly,
I feel you,
exactly.
man.
And sometimes in the untrained eyes or in the eyes of the public, they would just see you as a dummy getting beaten around. But
Yeah,
hey, I don't mind because I'm learning.
yeah,
You know,
no, yeah,
I'm learning.
absolutely,
We're learning, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I
That's
mean, that's
something most of the people miss out
yeah,
because they think they only see the pain
uh-huh,
that you're experiencing,
yeah,
but they didn't get to see the learning that you're having at that moment, that time.
yeah. I
Right?
tell you what, being thrown around by GT, I learned more about
Hmm.
myself and about the techniques by doing
Yeah.
that. But I'll tell you a story. I was in Vegas a couple years ago, doing
Hmm.
the martial arts super show, and that's when GT got his his award.
Yeah.
And uh, Tuan Philip was there, and he had to do a demo, with stick dumog and stick
Hmm.
grappling, and he used me as a demo guy, and
Hmm.
people saw me just in pain and getting tossed around by Tuan Phil, and
Hmm.
everybody after was like, my God, Jesse, thank God you were here, because there's nobody here that can take that pain that you took. And I was like, you know what, guys, I learned so much by him just doing all that.
Yeah.
Granted, I didn't completely see it as a third person, but I
Hmm.
felt every single move that he did, so and I can replicate it because of that, and I know how
Yes.
to induce the pain like he did, to me, because
Hmm.
to me that, that's the best way to learning it, man, is to feel it, and
Exactly.
go through it, and just like you do, all the time, and you
Yeah.
know it toughens you up, and it makes you
Yeah.
really critical about your positioning, and so I feel you, man. I understand. So,
Exactly. That's the
yeah.
best thing, the best takeaway whenever you assist a master in
Uh-huh.
action.
Yeah.
Best takeaway. Yeah.
Now,
I, sorry, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no. I only have a couple of times to assist GT.
Uh-huh.
Back when we were doing class in the Special Action Force,
Uh-huh.
since I was the youngest, this is one of the fun story that I remember.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
you know how GT is. He's lecturing on the whiteboard on the conference area of the Special Action Force Commando guys, and
Uh-huh.
they're right there. So Tuhon Mick went to the side and got the camera documenting the whole thing,
Uh-huh.
you know. And Tuhon J stepped outside, took the phone, and spoke with someone else. All right.
Uh-huh.
Tuhon Jake, on the other hand, is playing the projector. So
Yep.
who's left?
That's you.
Oh man! And GT got me a crank
Uh-huh.
like this,
Uh-huh.
locked me up. And he
Uh-huh.
said he cannot escape. Ladies and gentlemen, try to escape. And I was, what's your name? He was slapping my face and he was walking around, dragging me all around the place, and then
Uh-huh.
decided to slam me down to the ground, take me down, sat on my back, and that's it.
Uh-huh.
And he proceeded on with the lecture on that position.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But then after that, he stood me up and he said, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm okay, GT. Those are the fun stuff.
Oh man, I remember those.
Yeah, those are the,
That's
the the golden memories, man.
Oh yeah, man. I have a lot of videos on YouTube where GT is
I
just
see it.
is just throwing me around, and I'm like, man, those are the best times of my life.
Mhm. See,
So
that's
let's t-
something that they don't see. The
oh yeah.
learnings we're
Oh
getting
yeah.
from there.
For
Mhm.
sure. For sure. But those are the moments I treasure the most. You know, those moments with GT, the training
Mhm.
sessions we've had at my house or my
Mhm.
backyard or up at the
Mhm.
cabin. You know,
Mhm.
those is when GT really tells you his philosophy and trying to beat you until you understand what the philosophy is. You know, so. But let's talk about Pekiti Tirsia Kali
Mhm.
Astacom. You know,
Sure.
and I know
Sure.
you're a big part of the Astacom. What
Mhm.
you know? Tell everybody here. You know, what is Astacom and how does it relate to Pekiti Tirsia? In this case, it's internationally now, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So
That's
tell
true.
us about
So,
Astacom.
sure thing. ASTACOM is the Association of Tactical and Combat Instructors. It is an organization. Let's just say a different branch of Pekiti Tirsia Kali, Pilipinas, and Katipunan.
Mm-hmm.
Just to simplify things, most of the guys in service, like military, law enforcement, and other investigation groups and whatnot, they fall under the category of Astacom.
Uh huh.
That's their entry point to Pekiti Tirsia.
I see. I see.
But of course, these guys, if they so decide to get ranked, just like you and me,
Uh
they
huh.
get ranked like an Agalon, the Mandala, a Tuhon.
Mm-hmm.
They get to cross to the civilian group, which is Katipunan,
Uh huh.
governed by PTK Pilipinas.
Uh huh.
But mostly, Astacom is the governing body of the military and law
I
enforcement
see. I see.
in the Philippines.
Okay. Yeah, and recently you guys went internationally. You know, I just
Yeah,
saw that
yeah,
post, and that's awesome. And
because
recently, you guys had your 15th year
yeah.
anniversary for Katipunan. Man,
Uh-huh.
congratulations, bro. I
Thank you.
mean, that is one heck of a thing to do. 15 years going strong and getting stronger. Your group is getting so big. You know, you
Hmm.
guys have factions all over the Philippines, you know, north, central, and south.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. I mean, how's that feel to be a founding member of Katipunan and having 15 years, you know, under your belt? How's that feel?
It feels great. It feels great. But the way I see it, the driving force into it is really Tuhon Nick and Tuhon Jay. You know, I'm just one of those. You know, like in a battlefield formation, they're the point guys, and I was just on the side. You know, just to make the
you're
hole
so
bigger.
you're too humble, man.
Nah,
I
nah, that's
think
the truth.
I think you're right there next to him, you know, and
Nah.
you know, it's man, it's amazing though that you guys, you know, have built something so strong and so, you know, I hope to build something like what you guys did, you know, in
I'm
my
sure you
area, you
will,
know.
Chief. With
I
your
just
personality, I'm sure you will.
thank you. I just want to, you know, emulate, you know, my mentors, and I consider you and Mick and Jay as my mentors, you know, because you guys have done something that's already proven, you know, that's already there, and you guys have continued to build, you know, and
Mhm.
I just want to, you know, replicate that, you know, and have the same strong bonds that you guys do with your, you know, with your participants
Mhm.
and people that train with you guys. So
Mhm.
so I got one more clip, and it kind of showcases
Yeah.
Pekiti Tarsha Kali Astacom. And I'm
Hmm.
gonna just sit here and me and you can just keep talking, but I'm gonna show the entire video so I
Hmm.
capture it on this, you know, interview.
Hmm.
Um, here we go here. And I'm just going to, you see it?
Yep.
I'm just gonna play it and we can just keep talking, but I want to showcase, you know, all this stuff. There it is, PTK
There you go.
Astacom, right? And
Yep. There you
this
go.
is like 8 minutes. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's Grand Tuhon right
Uh-huh.
there.
Uh-huh.
There's the. I believe that's the first batch. I think first or second batch of Philippine Army class. Those are
Uh-huh.
the Scout Rangers.
Yep.
There's Tuhon J at the Scout Ranger Training School, Scout Ranger School. Tuhon
Uh-huh.
Jake as well, Scout
Uh-huh.
Ranger School,
Yep.
and the graduation of the troops. Oh, that's me and Tuhon Mick in the officer candidate school.
Uh-huh.
That's Tuhon Bruce, of the official Scout Ranger instructor. Another instructor, Guru Allen from the training doctrines. That's the guy from the Coast Guard. Yep, Scout Rangers again. I believe that's with the Force Recon Marines.
Uh-huh.
Yep, another Scout Ranger photo. There's so many photos from the Scout Ranger school. Even
I
that
know.
one.
I love those guys, man. Those guys
Yeah,
are
yeah.
awesome, man. I mean, you
Just
guys are man, you guys are doing wonderful things. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is a great video, by the way,
mhm.
you know, and I'm gonna share it on my page once I get
Oh,
an opportunity, because this just kind of showcases everything that you guys do, you know. Well, not everything. This is just partial. This is
mhm,
like all law enforcement, military stuff, you know.
mhm.
There's two on Jake right there.
Jake, there you go.
Yep.
Very
You know,
good.
so it just tells you how embedded, you know, Pekiti Tirsia Kali, and how embedded you guys are into our military law enforcement communities in our, you
Mhm.
know, in the Philippines, you know. So I mean, look at this. This is a lot of pictures for, you
Yeah.
know, and
There's actually a lot, and way back in, I think I started getting involved with teaching the military and law enforcement back in '08,
uh-huh.
and we kept some pictures
Mm-hmm.
because back then Tuhon Mick says we don't have to, to show the pictures. We just keep it, you know. And
Yeah.
I said, okay, no problem. So we
Uh-huh.
kept it until 2014,
Uh-huh.
and Tuhon Mickey said, hey, you still have some of the photos? And I said, yeah, of course. Now I think it's about time that we share to the world what we do.
Absolutely. That's why we're
So
doing this,
yeah.
man. That's why we're doing this, because I mean, look at these guys. I mean, this is like high level military law enforcement folks that you guys are
Mhm.
training, and this is just the Philippines. That I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
yeah, there you go.
look
Oh,
at that.
still have hair back then.
I know, right?
2013. Yeah, there you go. That's way back in 2013.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
And look at that. Look at that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just amazing right there, you
That's
know.
like
And
almost the graduation for Scout Rangers because sometimes they go out of town, they go
uh-huh.
training on the beach.
Uh-huh.
Like after the graduation, they go for an R&R, and that's it. You know,
Yep.
there you go. The pinning ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Scout
chief of
Rangers.
Scout Rangers, yes, General Gonzalez.
Uh-huh.
And Tuhon Mickey was given the guest speaker. Oh, the NABSOG, the Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs. Yep.
Yep, there
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
That's their HQ, the southern part of Luzon.
Luzon.
Those
Yep.
guys are the NABSOG guys or the Navy SEALs guys,
Uh-huh.
the Tiger Stripe boys.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I love those camis, by the way, the tiger stripes.
Oh
Those are
yeah,
some of my
yeah.
favorites.
Those are awesome. And Tuhon Herbert normally accompanies him there because I'm a bit further to the north. I'm situated more on the northern area.
Uh-huh.
So on regular classes, Tuhon Herb normally gets to do the class if Tuhon Mickey is out of town, or
Uh,
sometimes I'd go there and assist Tuhon Herb, check on Tuhon Herb there, Philippine Marine Corps.
yep.
Uh, Recently, they wanted to reconnect with the Grand Tuhon
Uh-huh.
and Astacom. So yeah, the Frogmen.
Oh yeah. Like I said, this is a great video, man, that
Mhm.
uh
Oh, this is the
people need
oldest
to see
one,
it. Yeah.
the Special Action Force Group.
Oh, this one? Okay.
Yeah, this is got the Marines.
Uh-huh. I
Special
mean,
Action Force. Yeah,
yep.
there you go. Those are the commando from the PNP.
Uh-huh. I
There you
mean,
go.
look at all these pictures, man. I mean, this is pretty extensive. I mean,
Yes,
you guys even trained the Marines.
Coast Guards.
Yep.
This one are the Coast Guards.
Coast Guard. Yeah.
Yep.
There
Special
you
Action
are,
Forces
right
one.
there.
Yeah. That one's a PSPG.
Okay.
Also, the Coast Guard, the instructor from Coast Guard. Oh, this one is with the Bureau of Correction.
Okay.
Mhm. That also happened last year. Yeah, the Bureau of Correction. And yeah, the crowd control guys with
Oh yeah,
PNP.
yeah.
Oh, there's Brandon,
Yep, that's Brandon. He's
yeah,
a
the
pretty
jail
tall
guard.
guy, you know.
Yeah, it is. He is. He's a tall guy. There you go, and nice. Uh, these are with the jail guards
Uh-huh.
and Coast Guard. So yeah, there you go. Tuhon J's turn to be the guest of honor.
Uh-huh. A
There.
PSG there, yeah.
PSG, there you go, with Tuhon Harry. Tuhon Harry's
Yep,
boys.
yep, Harry. There he is.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, the big boy.
Uh-huh. Yep, the big boy.
That's also with PSG, I believe,
Uh-huh.
with the facilities. Yeah. They're like a composite group coming from the PNP and the AFP, Armed
Uh-huh.
Forces Philippines. Yeah. Oh, nice. The PSG guys.
All the, I mean, I love this video, man. I've watched it a
Hmm.
couple of times, you know, all the
Hmm.
different pictures and all the different,
Hmm.
I mean, this is really, really good, you know.
Hmm.
So I like it. It shows
Nice.
how diverse and how big of, you know, the training is
Hmm.
Red.
Hmm.
Yep, and Harry there as well.
Yes. Oh,
So,
that there you go.
uh-huh.
These are that's the largest class. The one before this,
Uh-huh.
that's the largest class that we handled. This guys, they're
Uh-huh.
around 200 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
Look how young Red looks in that
yeah,
picture.
yeah,
Did you see that?
yeah, yeah. That I was an
Look at
assistant
him. There he is
instructor
right
back then.
there.
Yes. Oh man, those guys are
Look.
like around 200, man.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And that's the regular teachers are me and Tuhon Mick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he said, "Hey, we should split this so that we don't lose our voice."
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
right.
you have to scream on top of your lungs.
Uh-huh.
There you go, PSPG guys,
Uh-huh.
200 unit.
Uh-huh.
These are the regular recipients of the class for close quarter.
Uh-huh.
Yep, there you go.
That's amazing, man. There he is right there. Where it all
That's
started
Grand
from.
Tuhon. Yep,
Grand Tuhon and Mick.
Grand Tuhon. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, like I said, I love that video, man. That
Hmm.
video kind of tells you, you know, what you guys do in the Philippines. You know, it's not just a regular group. It's, you know, you guys are embedded in pretty much in every law enforcement military group in the Philippines, you know, and then now you guys are going internationally, you know.
Oh man, the journey was very was an interesting one,
Yeah.
and we see to it that the next generation of guys, we get to guide them so that
Hmm.
everybody else gets to move up and forward.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
That's it.
Everybody must move up and forward
I
all
love it,
together.
man. That's it, bro. I got one last question for you, bro.
Sure, sure.
Why do you think Pekiti Tirsia Kali is so effective in law enforcement, military, and civilian self-defense martial arts?
Because it's direct to the point. And Pekiti Tirsia is based on a principle and not technique. You see, I've been trained with the systems that's based on technique. And not to take anything away from these groups. I will never, ever take anything away from these groups. Because, these groups, they're part of me. They're part of the things that made me up.
Yep.
But why Pekiti Tirsia? Why not the other group? This may sound biased, but this is my opinion. This is our opinion.
Uh-huh.
You know that, right?
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so why Pekiti Tirsia? Because Pekiti Tirsia is easy to learn. it can easily be retained.
Mm-hmm.
And the best of all, it works because it's direct to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Not with the flowery moves. When we teach the law enforcement and the military, we
Yep.
go direct to the point.
Yep.
You know,
Uh-huh.
sometimes civilians would say, "I don't want to learn that. That's too brutal." But hey, guess what? That's the reality of life.
Right.
That guy is trying to kill you. That guy
Yep.
is trying to mug you. That guy is trying to take your family. That guy is trying to abduct, and all those bad things. You
Uh-huh.
know. So what are you gonna do? Slap them and say, "Don't ever do that again"? No, right? You
Yeah,
have to
right.
make an action that has to be direct to the point to incapacitate the attacker.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, you know, that's how it works. It has to be direct, it has to be simple, it has to be easy to retain. That's how I see it, Chief.
Man, you are telling me exactly why I am drawn to Pekiti Tirsia Kali, man. And I'm drawn because of what you guys have done throughout the world. It's not one person, but it's all of you guys. It's from Grand Tuhon and everybody else. That's why I'm drawn to Pekiti Tirsia Kali. So, Tuhon Bob, thank you so much, man. I mean, I tell you, I want to do more of everyone in the Philippines. So you tell them I'm coming. I'm gonna
Oh
call them.
yeah. Oh,
You
they're
know,
just waiting, Chief.
yeah, I mean, because there's so many people there and that are so highly skilled. They're
Mhm.
so good at what they do, and I want to tell the world, all right, that PTK Pilipinas, Katipunan, Astacom is where it's at. You guys lead the way in my eyes. And you guys
Oh,
are all so highly skilled and so respectful and so knowledgeable. And how you guys deliver your curriculum. So thank you so
thanks
much,
for the
Tuhon
kind words.
Bob. I appreciate. I know everybody's busy, and but you taking the time to have coffee with me is just wonderful, and I truly, truly appreciate it.
It will always be a pleasure, Chief. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to
Hmm.
be known. You know,
Yeah.
I am not that famous like Tuhon Mick and Tuhon J because those are the two driving force, you know, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you introducing me to the Western world.
Oh, we're
I
gonna do
really
more,
appreciate
man. We're gonna do more. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a part two and part three of this.
it.
And I want to tell and showcase the world. Everybody that I think has high skills. Not just as Pekiti Tertia, but as a warrior. And you are one of those guys. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, Chief.
So I,
Appreciate
I
that.
I really appreciate. So everyone, this is Coffee with Chief saying a big thank you to Tuhon Bob from PTK Pilipinas, Katipunan, and Astacom. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so. I will bring more of these warriors to the table so we can have coffee. Okay. So again, saying thank you to Tuhon Bob. And as we say, combat out.
Combat.